Hey, Rave9 coming to you from my laundry room. This is a video response to Kal-El Prime's Getting to Know a Transformers Fan 4. The Redux, or the Revenge, the Third Strike, something. Anyway, he asked a bunch of questions and all my friends were doing it, so why not join in, right? So, question 1, how long have you been a Transformers fan? Earliest I can recall is probably from Christmas of 1986 when I got the G1 Metroplex as a Christmas gift. About 4 years old. That was pretty mind-blowing because my mom liked playing with it more than I did, and it's just crazy, man. I mean, she really enjoyed that toy. Barely got to play with it. Still, it was pretty cool when I got it for myself for a couple of minutes. Question 2. Can you think of a standout moment in your life regarding Transformers? Gonna have to say, like, when I went overseas to Japan about 2010, and I'm hanging out in the Akihabara, or Electric Town, suburb of Tokyo, the district. That was mind-blowing. I mean, you check out one of their shops compared to here, like, you got toys out on the racks and everything, and it's just like, you know, it's all neat, and maybe you got some neat display saying new Transformers product and all that good jazz, right? Well, over in Japan, it's literally like shrines. I mean, they literally had like glass cases and figures set up in poses on wires and stands, and they were doing all this cool stuff. And it was just mind-blowing what the Japanese consider like a proper toy display compared to like the American markets. And that's probably around the same time I also consider myself a completionist, not just a collector. Setting myself apart, I wanted to be a completionist. Start to get every figure there is. And since then, I've like tripled my collection, so the numbers are somehow now like the 1,200. Damn, sorry. I am holding my camera, like my camera's on a Gorilla Grip tripod right now, wrapped around a smooth pole, so it keeps slipping. So the reason I keep adjusting it is this thing is just slipping off the pole. It wants to fall backwards. Anyway, moving on. What is your favorite Transformer of all time? Gotta be that Metroplex. A city former, although even as a kid I didn't believe it was a city, but some sort of like massively misshaped car or something like that. That's definitely one of my all-time favorites. No, definitely is my all-time favorite, yeah. Metroplex, just damn, what a toy. What a character. He had like a set of guns that turned into a robot. Yeah, thought that would stun you. What is your favorite piece of Transformers fiction? You know, I'd have to say it's an old G1 episode. I can't quite think of it, but it's the G1 episode that had Chumley as the main protagonist. You know the guy I'm talking about? The faux British guy, and he had the sidekick, and they hunted Transformers. And I found that really cool because the dude was like bagging himself some Transformers trophies and no one could stop him. The only one who could was Optimus Prime coming to the rescue. So that was pretty cool. I mean, this one lone human was taking down all of these guys. I mean, all these Cybertronians, just one after another. It's like, oh, I dare say, chap, you're done for. Boom! And, you know, traps them in an Energon electro net or something like that, and they're done. He's captured them. And he had all these cool, like, James Bond Goldfinger devices to, like, keep him ensnared. Like, I remember Bumblebee was held captive by these set of scythes that would force him to transform back and forth to robot and vehicle mode so to avoid getting, like, chopped into pieces. And this is all, like, one guy with millions of dollars who just wanted to hunt Transformers. That was incredible. Just like, that was the ultimate bad guy in my opinion. One lone man. It's like Batman versus the White Martians. Kal-El Prime, DC Comics fan. You know what I'm talking about. Hold on while I adjust this. Okay, so picking up where we left off. Outside of Transformers, what do you do with your life? Well, I work for a grocery store. I work for a grocery store at 2:30 in the morning till 11 in the morning, so I'm actually out pretty late right now trying to shoot this video and get it done. So as you can see, I'm not looking my best right now because I'm supposed to be at work in about, what time is it? I'm supposed to be at work in about 8 hours. And I should be sleeping, but I'll probably spend another 3 hours like editing this video together and playing video games. Like doing bad things to my health just so I can get this video done. That's for like professional. And then outside, when I'm not doing like Transformers related stuff for fun, I love to write. Like, it's one of my passions. I've been doing it since I was like 14. It's one thing I just love to do more than anything, so all the time I'm just coming up with stories. I have notebooks full of just ideas for stories I want to get done at some point, which I probably never will because every time I do, I'm trying to drag a friend of mine into doing another project, just setting like my work schedule back further and further for getting something actually published. So yeah, what is the origin of your YouTube screen name? My YouTube screen name is actually just an anagram for my name. So my actual name is Xavier, but when you rearrange all the letters in Rave 9, it spells Xavier. Or sorry, when you out too late. Sorry. When you rearrange all the letters in Xavier, it spells Rave 9. So what I did was, when I was like trying to find a YouTube screen name one day, I recalled that I had been tossing around Rave 9 for a couple of years. Like, I think I came up with it, I'd say about 2006. That was around the time I thought of the idea of making my name into an anagram and seeing what it spelled. And I thought it sounded cool. So I batted it around for a few years, not really using it for anything official. Like, I think the one biggest thing I did with it was, like, I brought it right here. Back in 2008, when I went to Anime Expo in Los Angeles, I used it as my alternate identity, so I was Rave 9, aka. So, registered Rave, R-A-V-E, lowercase, and capital 1X to make the Roman numeral on YouTube. And that was all well and good. It worked out fine until, like, I forgot how to log into my own account the next day. So it said, cannot log you onto this account. So with that all messed up, I had to go back and re-register as someone else. So the I in my screen name became a 1. And I kept the X capital just because it was the first letter in my name. So everything else was lowercase, the X was uppercase, and that was just R-A-V-E 1 capital X. And that's supposed to be Rave 9. So there you go. It's an anagram for my actual name. Let's see what else. Whose videos do you enjoy watching? Whole tons of people. Whole tons. But definitely, and I know it sounds biased, and I know a couple of my other friends have said this as well, but definitely within my own group, just because they're a bunch of crazy foos, the Good Morning Cybertron crew. Gotta love me some Blunghole, the tapeworm of Unicron, aka Scott Mort. Just incredibly funny. He did a review one time on the Spawn Combiner, and the man had me in tears. He does a character when he does these reviews, all improv, and that's what really inspired me to do my reviews as improv and not script anything. Just flat out the most hilarious thing I had seen in a long time. So he plays this perfect character that just like can go either way of criticizing or praising a toy, and it was just genius, and I loved him for doing that, and I was like biggest fan at that moment. Definitely Thu. I pattern a lot of my reviews after Thu. Want to like really meet the guy someday. A great innovator when it comes to doing TF reviews, I think. He does some incredible work. I Slip Cocoliso. Just another madman. Like, he doesn't so much play a character, but he does fly off the handle sometimes when doing a review, and just anything is possible. Like, I know it's cliche to say, but literally anything can happen in his reviews. And I've seen it happen a lot of the time, where anything does happen, and it's just incredible to watch. Definitely the Collector 75, just the old school guys who have been around for a long time like him. Another guy, like Ben Waff's Shot 23. He's a real cool guy too. Kind of lower key, but he's still really like ingenious in how he does his own reviews, like getting the information out there, and also like out of left field, here comes a special effect, stuff like that. A lot of people, Mantis99s, just he can review all sorts of cool toys you haven't seen in forever, or didn't even know it existed, or you completely forgot about. Like the other day, he reviewed like a Micro Machine toy that had a smaller toy car inside the toy Micro Machines car. It was like a Russian nesting doll of Micro Machines. It was just like, that actually was something that existed at one point, and he reviewed it. I was like, oh my god, what a trip seeing something like that. So many people to think. So many. Those guys definitely come to mind, and I hate to leave anyone out. Greg for Mercy, I like him a lot. Buddy of mine, I can't help it. He does some awesome stuff too. You know, it doesn't hurt he throws out my name like half the time too and all his stuff. So that's why I like on my favorites playlist, half of his reviews are favorited because of me. Who'd have thunk? Sorry if I'm forgetting anyone that's really awesome. Can I talk about me as awesome reviewer? No, better not. Which Transformer is your holy grail? At the time, I'm gonna say Metal Hawk, because as a completionist, I'm, you know, making it my personal goal to own every Transformer ever. So for the time being, if I do have a holy grail, I make it priority to like set it up at some point where I can buy it, and I've done that twice now, where I've gotten the Dawns of Future Past BotCon 2006 box set. That was the Beast Wars one, and Fortress Maximus. Not complete, but still like 99 all there, 99% all there. So pretty cool. Those were two of my current holy grails. The next one being a complete G1 Metal Hawk. That is definitely one I'm looking into getting as soon as I can get the money. So good news, tax return money's on the way. Maybe that'll do it. So definitely, hopefully, like soon I'll have that, and then I'll move on to another holy grail. So I don't know what the next one will be. Maybe a Grandis. A Grandis would be slick, I know that. Maybe another Maximus. Like, I already have one, might as well get another, right? Maybe in box, who knows? Maybe something obscure, like G1 Power Master Optimus. I used to have that one. That one's not so pricey, but maybe that'll be my next one. It really all depends, but definitely for the time being, the next one on the list I'm looking into getting would definitely be Metal Hawk. A complete Metal Hawk. Oh yeah, Metal Hawk. Anyway, that's me. Sorry once again to anyone I might have left out, who I think is an awesome reviewer. I'll try to like do a follow-up, I guess, because it's only fair that I mention all the great people who do influence me and who I really look up to when it comes to like doing your own reviews. There's tons of you guys out there. Kal-El, you're one of them for doing this, dude. I mean, the power you command. I mean, you just said, hey, stupids, Transformer fans, talking to you all, answer these questions. And I said, yes, sir. So, gotta think of something else to do with this, I guess. Later.